Hello everyone and welcome back to the Danny Rearranged YouTube channel. Welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. We are doing all of the things. I have jam-packed as much as I possibly can into this video. We're gonna declutter, we're gonna organize, we're gonna clean, we're gonna do all of the things. Is it satisfying? Is it motivating? Yeah, sure, you betcha. It's just we're doing things the Danny Rearranged way. It's a hot mess, but we get the job done.
Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. No slow and steady wins the race. We're just dumping. Slow and steady wins the race. Stop. That was fast.
The first thing that we're gonna do in today's video is start working on the kitchen. There's some areas in the kitchen that are really bothering me. Plus I went and got groceries, so before putting that away, I wanted to get some things organized.
But what is this? What does it even do? Ow!
There's a lot that's going to be talked about in today's video. This isn't just going to be decluttering, organizing, and cleaning, but we're going to be having a really good discussion on a lot of things that I feel are really important to talk about, and I'm super excited to get into it. So I hope that this is fun. I hope that you have a good time. I hope that this is motivating. I'm super excited to get into this discussion and into this video. So let's get into it.
Zoe is watching My Little Pony in the living room. Do you remember My Little Pony? I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid. She's watching that right now. Lucas and Ian just got back from football, and I don't know how many practices this has been so far, but they just got back from football, so it's like chaotic in here. We do like a once a week grocery haul, or we go to Costco and do like just like one big grocery order, and that usually keeps us good for a while, like a long while. Lately I've been ordering groceries once a week, so but I noticed that my refrigerator was looking pretty bare, and my son wants to make a couple of dishes. Like we're gonna start baking. He really wants to start baking and getting like into the holiday seasonal like baking mode. So I picked up some stuff for baking, and then there's a couple of dishes that he wants to make. And so I had to get some of that stuff. And then I had to get some filler groceries, some of the stuff that we were running low on or were out of. I'll show you my refrigerator. So, and my refrigerator is pretty clean. I just cleaned it last week. So it's pretty clean. I mean, I think it's pretty clean. But it's just looking a little bare. I needed to get some stuff. And then the pantry isn't looking too bad, but I definitely need to do a little bit of organization in this. The drinks, the beverage cabinet is looking a little low, so I did get some beverages. And then the breakfast cabinet is a disaster. So I gotta go through that. And eventually, I'm not gonna like do like a crazy good job. Well, I'm not gonna go too overboard with these areas, because eventually, I don't know when, but soon, we're gonna do a whole deep clean on this kitchen and a reorganization of this kitchen, because it's time to do that. This kitchen is way overdue for a serious deep clean and organization, and I probably should do some decluttering too. But I am saving up for that video, because I do need more, I am saving up for that because I do need more organization materials I need more bins and baskets and stuff and containers, mostly containers. I need more containers for the kitchen to really get it really organized. I don't have enough. And I have a lot of organizing bins and baskets and stuff, but nothing really for the kitchen. So, and I'm going to Walmart. So many of you suggested Walmart the last time that I organized this kitchen, and I have not gotten containers from Walmart, so that's where I'm going.
I have so much stuff to talk about in today's video that I don't even know where to begin, but we're just gonna begin. this is going to be quite the video. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your pop, grab your water, grab whatever beverage you prefer that you want to sip on today's video, and let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm going to mention, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth from different conversations, because I also want to talk a little bit about what I'm doing in the video. So I'll start with that first, because I'm showing you a bunch of food items. Like I'm pointing at strawberries and blueberries and mixed vegetables and eggs and all sorts of stuff. And that's because I was filming a grocery haul. And then I decided, yeah, maybe... I thought to myself, well, maybe you're not interested in a grocery haul. I wasn't sure if that would be something you would be interested in. So then I thought, well, okay, I'll show bits and pieces of what I got, because it was this grocery order that kickstarted everything that I did in the kitchen. Because before I put all of this stuff away, I wanted to reorganize and just kind of make the areas that I was placing these items in look a little bit better than what they were. So this is what kickstarted it. So I wanted to show you that. But I just wasn't sure if you would be interested in a grocery haul. Also, I'm going to interrupt myself. If you're wondering what's on my arm, it's a marker tattoo. We explain in just a little bit. It's a funny story. But, and also you're going to see me throw my hands up in the air. Well, that's because often I find empty containers and packages in the refrigerator. Yet there's a garbage and recycling bin right over there. I know, it's like, really? Why? But anywho, I didn't do the grocery haul. I just wanted to show you bits and pieces. If you are interested in seeing grocery hauls, let me know. I will add that onto the channel from time to time. But basically all I'm doing is trying to get rid of as much packaging and boxes as I possibly can. At the end of everything that I did to the kitchen, you're going to see all of the things that I decluttered from the kitchen, all of the boxes and packaging. I hate boxes. They take up so much space. That's why I love containers and bins. It's just getting all of that stuff out of its original packaging saves on space so much. It saves so much space. The problem is I don't have enough containers, and mostly containers. I don't have enough. But again, I'm going to talk about the kitchen in just a second, like what my plans are for the kitchen. But basically I'm restocking the pantry, the refrigerator, some of the cabinets. But before I did that, I wanted to really get everything out of its original packaging and really get it reorganized. That was the goal. So I didn't want to go too overboard with reorganizing the kitchen, because in the very near future, we are going to be doing the biggest deep clean and organize I have ever done in this kitchen. And I will be taking a lot of time and energy to plan this out, a lot better than I have in the past. You know, it's hard to explain. It's weird. Well, I'm weird. How do I want to say this? I like the layout of the kitchen. I just hate how it functions. Did I just say that? Did I just say that? Oh my gosh, that was good.
Oh, my beautiful.
Zoe, you're so funny. My beautiful. You sure do love your Nutri-Grain strawberry bars.
I'm a little shocked at myself that I actually explained that the way that I really wanted to explain it. But I do. I like the layout. I don't mind the layout of the kitchen. I just really hate how it functions. It's not a functional kitchen, and it's been very frustrating trying to figure out how to organize this kitchen to where it will function the best. Also, I don't like the kitchen. It's just not my cup of tea. This kitchen is very outdated. It needs a lot of work. The problem is I just don't have the funds to do a whole transformation on the kitchen. I have no idea when I'll be able to do that, but the day that we do, we're celebrating. Now, listen, an all brown kitchen, that may be someone else's cup of tea. It's just not mine. It's not my cup of tea. I really dislike my kitchen. the look of it. But one day, you know, maybe I'll do like a mini makeover someday. Just something. But anyway, we are going to, I'm going to plan this out, and I'm going to spend a lot of time and a lot of energy trying to figure out a better system for this kitchen, and we're just going to completely redo this over again. So that is coming in the near future. I didn't want to spend too much time going overboard on organization in the kitchen for today's video. I am using containers and bins that I already had on hand. A lot of the containers that I have are from Amazon. Some of the, well, I should say a lot of the bins that I have are from Amazon. A lot of the containers that I have are from Hobby Lobby. I also have some items from Dollar Tree. But like I stated earlier, the next time we work on the kitchen, we organize it, I'm going to Walmart. So I will be saving up for that. One of the things that we're gonna change when we do the kitchen deep clean and organize is remove these baskets. For example, one of the baskets say miscellaneous. I don't want to place a bunch of miscellaneous items in one basket. I want to separate that out a little bit more. I'm actually going to explain in just a second what I'm talking about.
Okay, I just realized that the tattoo that Zoe gave me has been on my arm the whole time. Yeah, she gave me a tattoo. Zoe, what was my tattoo again?
Towel.
Come again?
Towel.
A towel?
Yes.
Why I thought it was a heart.
No, towel.
Why a towel? Because I like to clean? Oh. She thought it was a heart. She tattooed a towel. Apparently it's a towel on my arm. Forgot about it.
I do like having baskets and bins in these cabinets, especially if you're trying to utilize high spaces, if you want to store things in high spaces. I think being able to store things in bins and baskets and then just grab it and pull it down works really well. But what I don't like is that I have, for example, taco kits mixed in with muffin mix in the miscellaneous basket. It's just, there's too much of too many things in one basket, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to go through and find what you're looking for. So what I want to do is subdivide, subcategorize the items that are already in there and place them in smaller bins and baskets.
Is bread flour and regular flour the same? Okay, I'm assuming that it is different, but how different is it? Can I mix the two together, or? Oh. Ooh. I just noticed that. That's big enough to give it its own name. Danny Jr. Can I mix the two, or is that not a good idea? For right now, I'm not going to, but if I can mix the two, let me know. Like, how big of a difference is it? Because I'd like to put it in the same container, but I'm not going to, just in case. Can you tell I'm a baker? I'm gonna put the rest of this flour. Please don't go everywhere. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, don't do that. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. You can't even see what I'm doing. Apparently I decided to do a little bit more in the kitchen. Once I started, I couldn't stop. I'm not gonna do the whole kitchen, but we're gonna just kind of, you know, get it looking a little bit more presentable. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh boy. Oh, stop that now. Oh man. Oh man, that just, hold on. Okay. It's good enough. Is this all I have left for sugar? Oh, that's good. Because I wanted to say, duh. this, so my parents, instead of sugar, they use this Truvia, I think is how you say it. It's cane sugar blend. It's stevia sweetener blended with cane sugar. 75% fewer calories, naturally sweet. Well, my mom and my dad have been using this, and I've kind of tried like some of my mom's like baking that she's done with this, and my dad's coffee. He puts this in his coffee, and I was like, I really like this. So we're just gonna use this instead of regular sugar. I hope it's better than regular sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, since I don't have much sugar in there, I am gonna go ahead and just like, should I just mix it? Should I mix this? Or should I should probably put it in a bowl or a container. Satisfying. Why do I find this satisfying? I don't know. I don't know. It is. Get out. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. That's my motto for today, apparently. You know, slow and steady wins the race. It's better than hot mess, mega mess Danielle every day. Yeah. Why didn't you just cut it? Yeah, why didn't you just cut it? Because this is satisfying. Is it? Is it satisfying? Or are you just weird? Can it be a little bit of both? Sure. I have so much brown sugar. I don't want to do brown sugar. What should I put in there? What can I get rid of? Not get rid of, but get out of its box. You know what? I think I'm gonna do the Italian breadcrumbs. Oh, no, you're not. You're gonna do rice. Let's put is that enough? Yeah, let's do the jasmine rice. We'll put that in there. No slow and steady wins the race. We're just dumping. Slow and steady wins the race. Stop. That was fast. Oh, no. I got it. See? I got it. Oh, that's full. What's next? What am I doing now? Do I have another container? Yeah, I got this big one. What am I gonna do with this one? I'm gonna, I should fill it with the marshmallows. Oh, that would be so cute. Well, wait, new ones first. Slow and steady wins the race. Where's my cover? There it is. For right now, that's what you're gonna look like. And then, so that gave me more room. I don't even like marshmallows. I don't even know why I'm eating them. We have much more room now to add more stuff. Okay. Why do I start this stuff at 9:30 at night? I don't know. Why? I don't know.
Recently, I've been thinking a lot about how far I've come with organizing, how I'm organizing. And I was thinking about that because I think that one of my biggest downfalls to when I used to organize was that I was too hyper-focused on the aesthetic versus the functionality of organizing. And I think that there was multiple reasons to why I was super hyper focused on the aesthetic. I think a lot of it had to do with comparing myself to what I was seeing on social media, you know, comparing myself to unrealistic expectations, as well as comparing myself to someone else's life that is not my own. And when I stopped doing that and I stopped worrying so much about the aesthetic, honestly, it was a weight lifted off of me. And that's when my organization started to really function for me. It started to work for me, for my family. And I think that, you know, writing down a list of your organization priorities, like a priority list of how you want to organize, I think is a really great idea. You know, if having your organization be very aesthetically pleasing is very high on your priority list, that's fine. Whatever works for you. Do whatever makes you happy, whatever works for you and your family. I know personally for me, having my organization being very aesthetically pleasing is just not on the top of my priority list. For me, it's the functionality of organizing. That's what's most important to me. And if I'm able to make it a little aesthetically pleasing, that's great. If I'm able to do that, that's wonderful. But honestly, I love using what I already have. I love repurposing things. I love to get creative. That's fun for me. But my main goal, my number one top priority is how can I make this function for my family and I? How can I make things easily accessible? And how can I make this work long term? The next thing that I wanted to do was go through Zoe's toys. I wanted to reorganize some of her toys. I wanted to do a little bit of decluttering. Again, when I do go through my kids' stuff, they are behind the scenes going through this stuff with me. They're giving me the final decisions on all of this stuff. They're helping me go through it. But it was definitely time to reorganize some of her stuff. I'm doing this on a budget. I'm using mostly what I already have, but I did get a couple of new things that I'm going to show you in just a second. Very inexpensive. I got them from the Dollar Tree. But there's a reason why I'm doing this. I'll explain further a little later on because we're also going to be going through some of her clothes. I already went through Lucas's stuff, some of his toys, his his stuff, his clothing, not too long ago. So I've already, and he does a great job keeping up with his stuff in his room. But, Zoe's younger than Lucas. She's 4 years younger. So she needs a little bit more help than Lucas. And, like I said, I already helped go through some of Lucas's stuff with him. So it was time to go through her stuff.
Eventually, we're going to be doing makeovers on both of the kids' rooms. I'm gonna be making over Lucas's room first before Zoe's, but we are starting to prep for both of their room makeovers, and we're gonna be doing a transformation on both closets, including my own. I have to do my closet still too, but we're gonna be doing some more organization to basically all of the bedrooms, all of the closets and all of the bedrooms. But for the time being, I really wanted it to try to keep it as organized as possible because I'm not exactly sure when we're gonna be getting to those bedroom makeovers. So what's not working is what you see right here. So Zoe she actually does a really great job picking up her toys. If she plays with her toys, she picks them up. I did tell her don't pick up her toys, which she was super excited about. I told her not to pick anything up because I'm gonna organize it for her. Now, when it comes to organization, my son and my daughter are very good at cleaning. They've done a great job, especially in the last couple of months. We have been working so hard to keep this house clean and tidy and work as a team. But organization is something that they still struggle with. By the way, my neighbors are still doing a ton of yard work over there. So there's a lot of noise. But Lucas is much better at organizing than Zoe, and that's mostly due to the fact that he's older than Zoe. Zoe is 7, and she's now starting to really get into the rhythm of organizing. She's starting to get the hang of organizing. She loves it when I reorganize things because it's fun for her. It's something new, it's a change. So what I wanted to do was not spend a ton of money. I don't want to spend a ton of money on organization for toys. I just don't. Most likely it's not going to be used properly. It's possibly is going to get broken. I just don't want to spend a lot of money on it. Another thing is that I had to keep in mind is my family does better with macro organization. So most of what you're gonna see is macro organization. And I've already kind of started just to get a head start. Then what I did pick up that's new is from the Dollar Tree, I got 4 of these shoebox containers. So with these shoe boxes, this is where, because I hate little tiny toys. I hate tiny toys, and they're a pain for her to find when they're in something like this or a big container. If you have small toys, that if your kids are older to where they have smaller toys, you know that it's a pain to keep up with them. And it's hard for you to go through them, and it's hard for them to organize them when they're in with larger containers. You need smaller bins. So that's why I got these. So what I did is all of the larger stuff, and I'll take the labels off of those and relabel them, but I like that I can stack those and it doesn't take up as much space. But so far I've been placing larger toys in here, and I've made some piles in front of me. So I have one pile that's just like horses, just for horses. I have another pile that is just animals. I have another pile that's kind of like miscellaneous stuff. I have another pile that's teeny tiny animals, another pile that's just teeny tiny miscellaneous stuff, and then I have like little dolls over there. Now most likely, I'm gonna have to, there's some stuff in here that I think is too large for these containers that I will put in here, but I'm gonna try to figure out, I'm trying to group like items together. I only have 4 containers, so I have to make 4 categories, but I'm probably gonna end up combining at least one of them. So that is what we're doing. I'm just gonna keep going through this, get it organized. I don't know what this is. What is this? What is this? Some of this stuff I'm just getting rid of because I don't think there's a purpose for it. I just don't. Oh, this, see, there's stuff that doesn't belong. Oh, it's a pooper scooper. Okay. But what is this? What does it even do? Ow! What is it? And then sometimes, you know, when you get these, like, when she gets these toys, she gets toys that come with like 8,000 surprises in them. So there's all this little stuff from all of these things that she's gotten that have 8,000 surprises in them. It's like, I love those. Those are fun.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this at the beginning of today's video, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but one of the biggest reasons why I'm doing everything that I'm doing in today's video is because I'm trying to get the house in order before the kids go back to school, before fall. Also, I like to get my house in order before doing big projects because I'm in the middle of making over the 4 season, and I just like to have my house in order before doing those big projects. But there's a couple of things that I wanted to mention really quickly. One, the most important thing is that with the shoe boxes, the reason why I only got 4 is because I don't want there to be a lot of categories for Zoe to have to organize and keep up with. When it comes to toy organization for kids, the more simple it is, the better. I would recommend not, using too many different categories, not having too many different bins and baskets for them to have to organize with. Try to simplify it as much as possible. It just makes it easier for them, and they usually stick with it if it's more simplified. And then the other remaining things I'm going to talk about in just a moment.
So I wanted to find this this Barbie closet because I'm going to put all of the Barbie clothes, doll clothes, the doll hangers, shoes, stuff like that in here where they belong. So that frees up at least one bin. But she did, because I asked her where this What is it? I asked her where this piece went to. This piece went to, and she said it went to this vanity. And she already has a vanity. She doesn't really need this. So this, I believe she debated on once before. I think she was like, she wanted to get rid of it, and then she second guessed herself and thought, okay, well, I'll sit and think about it. And then she's like officially like, okay, she hasn't used it since the last time we went through it and debated on it. And I sat and talked with her, and she said, yeah, it's time to just, go ahead, let it go. But then she also said to get rid of this too, because the stand is broke. So this thing still works, but there's no stand to it. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of these items, and then everything that's on the fireplace, she's getting rid of. So I'm gonna go ahead and bag all of that stuff up right now. But then all of these piles, we're gonna start getting organized here. So go ahead and put all this stuff in there. This was stuff that was in there that doesn't belong. So that's gonna go ahead and get put away.
I have tried so many different ways to organize Zoe's toys, and usually what ends up happening is she ends up throwing all of them in a cardboard box or a bag. And that's exactly what she was using before we started to organize her toys. She was using this big cardboard box that you may have seen when we were at the beginning of me organizing her toys, going through her toys. You may have seen a big cardboard box that had pretty wrapping paper over it. It was a quick, easy DIY. We were using that, and then she was also using this really big bag. The problem with using the big box and the big bag is that with all of those toys, throwing all of them into just two big areas, it's hard for her to find what she's looking for. It's not only is it hard for her to find what she's looking for, but it's also almost impossible to keep it organized. You can't keep it organized. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to reorganize her stuff and try something different because what we were doing wasn't working. I was originally going to use that laundry basket that I had in the Four Seasons. I got that laundry basket a long time ago off of Amazon. It's getting a little old. I need a new one. I was going to use her larger toys I was going to use that laundry basket to store her larger toys, but I decided to do a little bit more reorganizing later on. You'll see what I end up using for her larger toys. It's a big clear container, which actually works perfect because it's clear, but it's a big clear container that we weren't using that was actually being used to store Mia, our dog, her dog food, but I ended up finding a different storage container and a different spot for her food, so that wasn't being used. So I ended up cleaning that out and then placing Zoe's larger toys in that, but I did use that laundry basket to store her stuffed animals. So you're gonna see what I did to her closet a little later on and how we organized everything. I also wanted to mention that the items on the fireplace, those were all donation items or items that we got rid of. Like I had stated earlier, I wanted to go through all of the kids' stuff before they go back to school. So I did want to go through Zoe's clothes. And not too long ago, I know I already mentioned this, but not too long ago, we already went through, I helped Lucas go through all of his stuff, but in a little bit, you're gonna see a big pile of clothes on the dining room table. There were some clothes that Lucas went through that don't fit him anymore, that he didn't want, so those items are getting donated. But Lucas's room we've already gone through his room, so I wasn't super concerned about his stuff. So I wanted to really go through her clothes, make sure there wasn't anything in there that doesn't fit her anymore, that she doesn't want, and we ended up getting rid of quite a bit. There was a lot of her clothes that were donated, but in a second here, you're gonna hear her, she's in the background, she's helping me go through her stuff, so you're gonna hear that in just a second.
Keep this?
Yes.
Okay.
pick the only dress I really like.
You want to keep this?
Put it in navy brown.
Okay. How about this?
Is that like a swimsuit?
No, it's a dress.
That's pretty cute.
Okay. And then this we gotta let go of because it's too small for you.
No, it isn't.
Sweetie, this is too small for you. You gotta let it go. Sweetie, it doesn't fit. You've held on to this for a year longer than... It's a size 6, sweetie. Here, try it on. Here, put it on. Now, I love this dress. Where's the shirt that goes with it?
I see it fits me. See it fits me, Mom.
That still fits. Oh, all right, fine. Keep it.
It
This-
fits, Mom.
This is too small. This needs to go with those pants.
I have a random decluttering tip that I don't know if I've mentioned on the channel before, but this is something that's really helped me. And I remember starting way back when I started to declutter, when I first started my journey to minimalism. It was actually right before I started my journey to minimalism. I decluttered the mudroom. I've mentioned the mudroom before as the area that kickstarted my journey to minimalism because that room was jam-packed, floor to ceiling, full of stuff, couldn't walk through it. It was bad. But that was the area that I avoided. It was the area that I avoided, then threw more stuff in, then avoided again. It was a cycle. It was avoid, throw stuff in, avoid. And what ended up happening was before I decided to declutter it, I forced myself to look at that area every single day until I got so sick of looking at it, I started to declutter it. And sometimes that's the biggest step, is just looking at it. If there's an area, there's a room that you're avoiding, you're shutting the door, you don't want to look at it, you have an area that's my mudroom. That was my mudroom. It's an area that you're avoiding. Just go to that room, go to that area, and look at it. Just look at it. And maybe today isn't the day that you want to declutter it. Then look at it again tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow isn't the day that you want to declutter it. Then look at it again the next day until you get so sick of looking at it that you just start. And once you start to declutter, it's usually within a short period of time, at least for me personally, within 5 to 10 minutes of doing something, whether that's decluttering, organizing, cleaning, I get enough motivation to continue. And the more and more you declutter, the easier and easier it becomes, at least personally for me, from personal experience. But usually rooms that we avoid, usually rooms that are cluttered or areas that are cluttered, we tend to accumulate more and more clutter in those areas because, like for my mudroom, that was an area that I hated. I didn't care about it. I didn't care what it looked like because I kept throwing more and more stuff in it. It was cluttered. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that because that was just something very simple that really helped me. I just stopped avoiding the clutter.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears aren't proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy, you can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready, you just gotta trust the right, don't have to be scary, you just gotta follow the light, you're able to be happy, you can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready, you don't have to be. I see your hesitation. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You are like me, and I'm like you. You are like me, and I'm like you.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. I'm assuming, I don't even know.
You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be.
I wanted to briefly go over the next 4 videos because I have the next 4 videos planned out. So this is going to be the next 4 videos. It's going to be the 4-season massive makeover. It'll be titled Room Transformation, something like that. I am so excited about this. The 4 Seasons, my favorite room out of the house, but it's outdated. It's time for it to get a makeover. The living room is so far my favorite makeover, but I want this next makeover to beat that. I am spending so much time and attention on this makeover. This is probably time-wise going to be the longest makeover I've ever done, but I'm really, really stretching the imagination because this is on an extreme budget. All of my makeovers are on an extreme budget, so I'm really thinking outside of the box, but I'm hoping that this turns out. In that makeover, I may be decorating that room for fall. I may be decorating it for fall as well. But please be on the lookout for that video because I'm so excited about that video. So the makeover, the room transformation, then the following video should be a fall clean and decorate with me, which I'm also super excited about because I'm going to do something different. We're going to get into decorating and we're going to get into shopping, and I'm going to be talking about a lot of important things in that video. I'm going to be talking about things that you may not hear in other fall clean and decorate with me videos. And trust me, it'll be interesting. Then the third video. So let me say this first. Now, the makeover, the room makeover, and the fall clean and decorate with me are for sure the next 2 videos. I just don't know which order they're going to go in. But the third video coming out is going to be the long awaited, anticipated kitchen declutter at my parents' house. This declutter is most likely going to be the biggest declutter I've ever done on my channel. So every drawer, every cabinet is full in their kitchen, just full. It's going to be multiple videos to finish decluttering their kitchen. Super excited about that. The fourth video, I am going to be transforming my entryway closet into a command center. A very good friend of mine here, Karen, I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for bringing this up to me because this is just a brilliant idea. I have been meaning to transform my entryway closet into a command center for a very long time now. And it's just time for me to do that, especially before school starts. And I'm just really excited to transform that closet. So I will be adding more to that video though, most likely. But that's going to be a really, really fun video. I'm super excited to do that. And I'm going to talk all about everything that I'm going to do to that command center in a future video. So yeah, that's all of the videos. That's a lot of videos that I've got planned out. I'm not exactly sure again if that's the order they're all gonna go in, but those are the next 4 videos. I'm just not 100% sure on what order they're gonna be in. That is it for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really hope that you enjoyed today's very long and chatty video, which is just like any other video that I've done, or most likely will continue to do. I just like to make them long and chatty. And I hope that it was motivating, or that, I hope that you take something away from this, whether that was motivation, whether that was, it made you feel good, or it made you laugh, or it made you smile. I just really hope that you enjoyed it. And so I'm very, very, very excited for the next 4 videos. Again, not sure exactly what order they're going to go in, but those are going to be the next 4 videos. And I'm trying to multitask. It's something new. But that is it. I could talk to you forever, but I'll let you go. And we will talk to you on the next one. Bye, everyone.